Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window on this Tuesday. Not a bad day today, sunshine out there. Temperatures pretty consistent to what we've been seeing the last 3 or 4 days. Beautiful shot from our Sky-Fi tower camera up on Wenatchee Heights. We call it the cross camera. And our snow, boy, it's dwindling, isn't it, on the Cascades? But as we take a look at our 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook, and that's valid from February 21st, I should say today until February 21st, above normal precipitation in the 8 to 14 day outlook. And as we get to temperatures, yes, we have big changes coming our way as far as temperatures next week. And we'll talk more about that in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. The suspect in the murder of Alyssa Longwell last month in Douglas County won't be arraigned until the end of the month after a mental health evaluation. And one of Washington's 9 Supreme Court justices will take a medical leave next month to undergo surgery and rehabilitation. But first, our top story tonight, the Wenatchee man who pleaded to manslaughter in the disappearance and killing of Paulina Mosqueda was sentenced yesterday to 8.5 years in prison. 22-year-old Julius James Ceballos claimed he killed the 18-year-old Waterville woman in self-defense, blamed his crime on drug abuse, and recited a version of the Lord's Prayer at his sentencing hearing in Chelan County Superior Court. Judge Travis Brandt assigned him 102 months, the maximum prison term under the statutory sentencing range. Paulina Mosqueda Rodriguez vanished in October of 2019. Her body was discovered by hikers 5 months later in the Sage Hills Trail System. That's off Horse Lake Road above Wenatchee. She'd been shot and stabbed. Although Ceballos was initially charged with first-degree murder, prosecutors said the case collapsed due to unreliable witness testimony and the lack of forensic evidence tying Ceballos to the crime.
Law enforcement did a fantastic job investigating the case, but there was an approximately 5 months delay between when the victim went missing until her body was found. The state also did have a chance to speak extensively with the victim's family regarding this resolution. I know that they wanted to see more time, frankly. Of course, whatever happens with the justice system, whatever time Mr. Ceballos gets, nothing the court does today will ever bring her back.
He took my only daughter from me.
Para mí eso es muy injusto lo que le están dando de pena.
From my point of view, this sentence, I think, is not just.
Él sabe que él va a salir
I mean, he knows that he'll eventually be released.
y va a estar libre. Pero una persona así no necesita estar libre.
And a person like him doesn't need to be free.
I would just like to say I'm very sorry to the family. I'm taking responsibility for my crimes and everything like that. Drugs will make people do very bad things, me and everyone else. All I gotta say is that this was self-defense, and I'm sorry.
In this case, the victim, Paulina, was stabbed multiple times. She was shot. She was found with 2 black garbage bags over her body. She was left approximately 30 feet from the roadway, from the side of the road. And she went missing in October of 2019. And she wasn't discovered until March of 2020. During that period of time, Mr. Ceballos did not come forward and notify anyone as to her whereabouts. And as expressed by Edith today, the victim's mother, that was very, very difficult for the family to accept and to get through not knowing the fate of their daughter. It also it appears to the court that before today, and I'll give the defendant credit for stating that he's sorry today, that the defendant did not show remorse for his actions. According to the affidavit of probable cause, the defendant bragged to others about his crime, and in fact had showed another witness allegedly a video of Paulina after the crime had been committed, and which does show to this court an egregious lack of remorse. The court will impose the maximum possible sentence allowed within the standard range in this case, which is on count 1, 102 months, on count 2, 57 months. That time will run concurrent with one another. There will be 18 months of DLC supervision with standard conditions.
The suspect in the murder of Alyssa Longwell last month in Douglas County won't be arraigned until the end of this month after a mental health evaluation. Dalton Potter's public defense attorney says the man accused of shooting Longwell to death on Badger Mountain Road still refuses to communicate with him either verbally or in writing. Court Commissioner Phil Safar yesterday ordered Potter to undergo an evaluation while confined in the Chelan County Jail. Potter told the court his mental health is fine and requested to act as his own attorney. Safar put that request on hold until after Potter's arraignment on 13 felony counts, including first-degree murder, now scheduled for February 28th. Well, one of Washington's 9 Supreme Court justices will take a medical leave next month to undergo surgery and rehabilitation. Justice G. Helen Whitner announced Monday she'll have reconstructive surgery to address a degenerative back condition, which she says she's lived with since she was a teenager. She's scheduled for medical treatment at Madigan Army Hospital next month. Whitner's leave starts on March 9th, and she will attend most Supreme Court hearings remotely. A pro tem judge will hear any cases that she's not able to attend. Well, when we come back, the Wenatchee school district's need to plug an $8 million budget shortfall over the next 2 years could mean the end of the Wenatchee Internet Academy. Lake Wenatchee Fire and Rescue has received a FEMA grant to help purchase a new 3,000-gallon tactical water tender. The Wenatchee Valley College Foundation received a $5,000 donation for the Knights Cupboard. And the North Central Washington Equity Alliance is offering a 5-day learning series titled Difficult Community Conversations, which will be centered around topics like vaccines and climate change. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
I chose a career at Confluence South because I wanted to help people, and I knew there would be opportunities for growth. I started as a medical assistant, but quickly advanced in my career. I received 5 promotions in only 7 years, 3 of those in management roles. Most organizations don't offer that type of growth. Now, as a career pathway coordinator, I let everyone know. Come join Confluence South. Come grow with us.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Welcome back. In another news, the Wenatchee School District's need to plug an $8 million budget shortfall over the next 2 years could mean the end of the Wenatchee Internet Academy. That's the online learning option that's taught hundreds of students since it was created in 2021. The virtual academy, led by award-winning teacher Tina Nickman-Brown, was launched in response to the COVID-19 pandemic and funded with federal relief money. But interim superintendent Bill Eagle told the school board Monday that it's lost students every year since, and federal COVID dollars have dried up.
Since its opening, we have seen a decrease in enrollment. This slide also shows current enrollment and teaching staff at WIA by grade level bands. We currently have 57 students at WIA, and of those 57, 4 students do come to us from outside our district boundaries. One from Cashmere, one from Eastmont, one from Entiat, and one from Puyallup. Those 57 students are served by 5 very talented teachers who run creative programming for those students. We are overstaffed at WIA for the number of students enrolled. That is resulting in an expected deficit of about $330,000 by the year's end, which means WIA is about 3 certificated positions overstaffed. That number plays into some of our scenarios today.
Lake Wenatchee Fire and Rescue has received a FEMA grant to help purchase a new 3,000-gallon tactical water tender. The department brings their own water to fight fires due to few fire hydrants in the area, and they will be replacing a struggling 35-year-old tender that once worked on the North Slopes of Alaska. In total, the tender cost $397,000. Matching funds of $20,000 are coming from their fire department auxiliary and local donations. Midwest Fire will be building the tender in Minnesota, and total build time before delivery will take about 12 months. Well, the Wenatchee Valley College Foundation received a $5,000 donation for the Knights Cupboard. The Wenatchee Valley chapter of the National Association of Professional Mortgage Women raised the funds through a dinner and auction held in December. The Knights Cupboard is an on-campus food and essentials pantry for students. Since the pandemic, the pantry has served twice as many students as it has in the past. Donations from faculty, staff, and the community keep it open all year. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Spring is more than just a time to clean. It's your time to renew, recharge, and spend time with the people you love. At Merry Maids, our cleaning services go beyond the basic services and provide you with a comprehensive clean that will re-energize your home and enhance your life. From everyday routine cleaning or deep cleanings, Merry Maids professional team members can provide you with an unrivaled experience. Call Merry Maids to schedule your cleaning today.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can just
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
Ooh. You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, how does the Apple Blossom Royal Court adjust after their big pageant night on Saturday? NCWLIFE's Eric Granstrom covered the ceremony live, and on Monday he sat down with Princesses Natalie Pearson and Dylan Schmitten to recap the evening. Unfortunately, Queen Scarlett Cron was unavailable due to illness.
What was Saturday like for you? Because it started really early, right?
Oh, yeah. We had, was it at 8 that we had to be there?
8:30.
8:30.
Yeah.
We had panel judging, which is basically when you sit in the middle of a room and have a lot of judges ask you a lot of questions all at once. But honestly, everybody came in with such a good attitude that day that it really made it go by so fast, and it set the tone for the rest of the day, I think. And all the girls were, also supportive of each other. So that
Were
really
you
helped.
guys nervous? Did you feel prepared? Because you have no idea what kind of questions they're going to ask
No
you.
idea, but I still felt prepared because of the mock panel. So that was really nice. We had a little practice of that.
It was a lot of questions about ourselves and kind of just our view on things, so I think that was kind of nice. But to be completely honest, I walked out of there and I did not feel confident at all. I went home and I was like, well, I just bombed that, so
Really?
Yeah, I went home and I told my mom, and I actually called Rachel, and I said, Rachel, that went so bad.
Clearly it went better than she thought.
Yeah, no kidding.
But then after the one-on-ones were so fun because it was just getting to know the judges better, and it was just kind of like, somebody called it speed dating, which is kind of what it was. It was just
yeah, we just had 10 minutes.
Yep. And after that, I was like, okay, I feel a lot more confident.
And then by the time pageant came around, pageant as a whole probably felt like 10 minutes.
Oh, it went by so fast.
So fast. It was insane.
I told so many people, like, that was just the fun part. I said, I think I posted something like, it's party time.
Yeah.
We've done this so many times, we practiced it, and it's truly just, it was just like a weight lifted off.
Dress rehearsal was more stressful than pageant.
Dress rehearsal
for sure.
was really stressful.
Really?
Well, like when I got announced, the two girls like next to me, Finley and Kendall, we had talked about, we're like, okay, if one of us gets announced, we just gotta hug each other. And just right when my name got announced, they just both just came in with like swooping hugs, and it just felt so good.
It's not even just about like the own achievement that you just did that. It's not even about the achievement of it. It's about, for me at least, it was knowing that my family was so proud of me, and I have so many people to go and hug after this that are going to be waiting for me. And that's what made me really emotional, was the fact that I knew that my family was proud of me.
Let's take a look now at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Tuesday was a good one. Nice to see that sunshine out there, isn't it? And even though we got fairly warm today compared to normal, that wind made it feel a little bit chilly out there. 44 unofficially our high today. 41 is where we should be. How about that record set back in 2015? 62 degrees, 34, a very mild start to our day. And that's 7 degrees above our low where we should be for this time of year at 27. Record low 10 degrees in 1995. Sunrise 7:08 and sunset now is at 5:23. Taking a look at what our Wednesday temperatures look like. Over the next couple of days will cool down, but only slightly, and that will begin tomorrow. 43 for Moses Lake and Ephrata. A little bit cooler in Quincy at 42. We should be about 40 in the Wenatchee area, and then upper 30s for all cities and towns west and north of the Wenatchee area. Still not bad, though, into those upper 30s. Tonight, clear skies. We will see chilly lows. High pressure here still providing that ridge of sunshine. That's what I like to call it over the Pacific Northwest. Lows tonight in the mid-20s. For Wednesday, that ridge will hold on again. Mostly sunny, just a little bit cooler. We are seeing some air coming around this area of low pressure that will cool us off just a little bit on Wednesday, especially on Thursday. Mostly cloudy skies. There is a little area of low pressure that will bring some clouds our way. Highs on Thursday in the mid to upper 30s. Really no precip from that low. On Friday, partly cloudy skies as our area of high pressure starts to slide back into the Pacific Northwest. We should warm up into the low 40s for Friday, and then as we get into the upcoming weekend, boy, is it going to be nice on Saturday. Highs in the mid 40s with mostly cloudy skies. Don't let that bother you. It's going to be a nice one out there all over the eastern part of Washington state. Might even touch 50 down in the Tri-Cities on Saturday. And then on Sunday, look out. An area of low pressure comes barreling down through Canada. It will bring some cooler air back our way, but with high pressure and low pressure very close together, wind will be the big word for Sunday with highs in the mid to upper 40s. And then by President's Day, not quite as windy. We will see still some wind in north central Washington, mostly cloudy skies. It'll stay fairly mild though with highs on Monday in the low to mid 40s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast brought to you by Apple Valley Honda. And tonight we will drop down to a chilly 24 degrees before we get back up to 40 tomorrow for our high. A few more clouds then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but we do begin to warm up after a cooler day Thursday, 42 Friday, 44 the high on Saturday, and then a ton of wind expected on Sunday and 46 degrees, mostly cloudy and breezy on Monday with a high then of 43. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
Working with August Edge Real Estate, both sellers and buyers feel confident knowing they are in the hands of award-winning professionals. August Edge offers a 2% listing commission, which includes above-standard service and technology.
We offer high-tech 3D imagery, drone photos, local North Central Washington TV ads, and impressive smart flyer installed at your listing. The August Edge website also hosts your home with an interactive featured listing page.
August Edge is professional, personable, and preferable.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Tuesday to you. The Seattle Kraken are wrapping up a 5-game road trip tonight in Winnipeg. Seattle's 1-3 so far on this trip. Snapped a 3-game losing streak Sunday with a 4-3 win over Philadelphia. After climbing to the top of the Pacific Division standings for the first time in franchise history, Kraken now slipped to third behind Vegas and Los Angeles. Jets 33-19-1, 67 points on the season. Good enough for second behind Dallas in the Central. The teams have dropped the puck at the Canada Life Center. You can see that on Root Sports Northwest. Well, 4 teams have already punched their tickets to the postseason in the BCHL with a month and a half left of the season. Penticton, Nanaimo, Surrey, and Cranbrook are all in the playoffs. Speaking of the Bucks, they'll be in town this weekend against the Wenatchee Wild at the Town Toyota Center. We'll get a preview tomorrow on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with the broadcast voice, Austin Drade. Wenatchee did learn yesterday that Cade Littler was selected as the BCHL's 3rd star of the week. Captain scored 3 goals in games versus Nanaimo and Coquitlam over the weekend and finished with 5 points. Littler leads the team with 21 goals on the season. Well, it must be appropriate that today is Valentine's Day because Wenatchee and Eastmont must love playing each other. This will be the 4th time this season the two teams have met in high school basketball. Eastmont currently owns a 7-game winning streak against their rivals across the river. Tonight's district play-in game marks the 6th time since 2012 the two teams have met 4 times in a season. It happened last year with Eastmont winning all 4 meetings with Wenatchee, including a district play-in game by a score of 52-47. They also played 4 times in the 2019-20 season. Again, Eastmont winning a playoff game over Wenatchee, 58-57. In fact, in the 5 previous seasons when the two schools met 4 times, the average score Wenatchee 52, Eastmont 51. So we're hoping for another close one tonight as Eastmont hosts Wenatchee. 6 o'clock, we'll have the Grant and I will be courtside for the play-by-play live on Facebook. Will be delayed on TV till about 6:30. Other play-in game tonight has Moses Lake at Sunnyside. That's also at 6 o'clock. Play-in games for the girls also tonight with Eastmont at Eisenhower at 6, while Moses Lake is hosting West Valley. Win and you continue on in the district tournament. Lose and your season is done. There's also district basketball on tap tonight for the 2A schools at the District 5-6 2A girls tournament. Sela's at Grandview while East Valley plays at Othello. Winners from tonight will play Thursday at 7. Ellensburg will host Prosser for that district championship on Thursday. District 5-6 2A boys tournament. East Valley topped Othello last night 66-55. Ellensburg surprised Sela with a 63-60 win on the road. Bulldogs will host the Red Devils tomorrow night at 7, while Grandview visits Prosser in the district title game. District 6 1B girls tournament resumes Thursday at Wenatchee High School with Pateris and Entiat meeting in the small gym at 6:30. Waterville Mansfield will face Moses Lake Christian for the district title at the same time. In the big gym, the winners and losers will face off Saturday morning at 11 for a last chance to move on. Boys tournament also shifts to Wenatchee High School Thursday with Entiat and Soap Lake playing at 8:15 in the small gym. Riverside Christian and Moses Lake Christian play in the big gym for the district title. The Entiat Soap Lake winner will face the loser of the title game Saturday at 12:45. The final round of the District 6 1A tournament is tonight with the Chelan girls traveling to Omak for second place. The loser's season is over. Final game of the boys' side in the tournament has Quincy hosting Chelan at 7:30. Also a loser-out contest. Crossover time for the 2B girls and boys basketball teams at West Valley and Wenatchee High Schools this week. The girls' tournament is off until Friday when Tonasket faces Northwest Christian at 4:30 in Yakima, while Okanagan takes on St. George's in Wenatchee at 6. The other 4 crossover games are Saturday with Bridgeport facing Liberty Spangle at 12:30 at West Valley. Lake Roosevelt takes on Davenport in Wenatchee at 3:30. Liberty Bell plays Colfax in Yakima at 5. Brewster will face Upper Columbia Academy at Wenatchee High School Saturday night at 6:30. Turning to the boys' side of the crossover games between District 6 and 7, Brewster faces St. George's Friday at 4:30 at Wenatchee High School. Tonasket takes on Davenport at West Valley Friday at 6. Okanagan plays Lynn, Ritzville, Sprague, Harrington Saturday at 2 o'clock at West Valley. Liberty Bell faces Northwest Christian at West Valley at 3:30. Lake Roosevelt plays Reardon Saturday at 5. That'll be at Wenatchee High School. Well, a brand new band, let me try that again. A new brand of basketball, there you go, is coming to the Wenatchee Valley in March at the Town Toyota Center. The Wenatchee Bighorns will begin play in early March, and according to Bighorn Chief Marketing Officer Sterling Fournier, this will be a unique product.
Wenatchee Bighorns, we're a professional basketball team, and we play in the TBL. So the TBL has been around for 5 years. Evelyn Magley is our CEO. This is a very historic league, actually the first male professional sports league that has been owned by an African-American woman. So that's super cool, and we're excited to bring basketball to the Wenatchee Valley. You know, for the past 9 to 10 months, we've been working really hard on cranking this out and getting all of our work done, 12 to 14-hour work days every single day. And then we finally went live with this and put it out to the public about 2 months ago. And it's been going really well since then. And we've built up a full roster. We haven't released the full details on that yet, but we're really excited.
Players range from all walks of basketball. The Bighorns coach also comes with a vast background in coaching.
We have some guys that have played in professional leagues already. My favorite player, his name is Jalen Smith. He is from, he played overseas in China. Really athletic guy, super good ball handler, just all around good ball player. We've got guys that are fresh out of college. Some guys that tried to make it into the NBA draft, but they need one more year of developmental work. So we have players from everywhere, but all of them are really good. Our coach is Don Sims. He has 40 years of coaching experience, which is crazy because that's almost twice as long as I've been alive. So he knows the game really well. I've talked to him. He's dialed in. Like the first day that we brought him on, he booked all of our plane tickets for the away games. He's got all of the buses booked, the hotels. He's ready.
Bighorns begin play March 2nd in the Town Toyota Center against the Seattle Superhawks. You can look for their entire schedule and how to buy tickets at WenatcheeBighorns.com. That's a look at sports news. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. Look who's back after a couple-week absence. It's me. Now I'm talking about Austin Drawdy, broadcasting voice of the Wenatchee Wild. We got Wild hockey Friday and Saturday, and tickets to give away on Winning Wednesday, and one of our rivals are coming to town.
Cranbrook is coming to town. We'll play the Bucks Friday and Saturday. We'll talk about Cade Littler and some hardware. We'll talk about Ian Samoza and some scoring. We'll talk about all that and more. Wake Up with Wenatchee Valley on Wednesday.
Plus, it's multicultural night on Friday, and Saturday it's
Sportsman night.
There you go. Wenatchee Wild hockey on the agenda on Wednesday's edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Grant, back to you.
Guys, thank you very much. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great weekend.